It's Tuesday. After a really nice evening yesterday, walking from the Kelpies to the Falkirk Wheel and back, taking some lovely photographs. I slept quite well and I've woken to a dreich morning. It's chilly, it's grey, it's drizzling, it's fairly grim really. So I'm going to head off to Aberdeen where I'm planning to do my shopping. I might stop for a walk on the way if it brightens up a little bit. Take about 2.5 hours to get to Aberdeen, and that'll give me plenty of time to see what I want to do before getting my ferry. I spent a bit more money this morning by upgrading my sleeping to a cabin, especially as the weather looks as if it might get a little bit wild by the time we get to Lerwick in the morning. So let's head off to Aberdeen. Here I am in rainy Aberdeen. Time to stock up on provisions. Hello there.
What's the name?
My name is Sinton, S-I-N-T-O-N.
Stinton, is Anthony?
Anthony, that's me. I made a change to a cabin this morning. You've got that, haven't you?
Yes, I've got you now.
Marvellous.
Inside 4 berth number 246.
Lovely, thank you.
So this works as a cabin key, okay? Just point the arrows through the door.
Yep.
And that's everything there.
Thank you very much indeed.
Fine,
Thank you. Hi there.
Stand with the guide to outside.
What's your boarding charge, mate?
Do you
It's
want?
fine. Vehicle pass stays in the dashboard, the other one stays with you, okay?
Okay.
Once you get on board, handbrake on, first gear off parking, no alarms. Do you have cooking gas?
I'll turn that off when I get in the queue. Yep.
Don't end behind the pickup there, mate.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Fair Isle, southeast 6 to gale 8, becoming cyclonic gale 8 to storm 10, decreasing 5 to 7 later. Rain or squally showers, good, occasionally poor.
We're going on. Been waved. Small cars have gone on first, then gradually on to pick up some vans after that. There's a lot of these big boats around. I think the ones that service the oil fields. Here we go, up the ramp. The lorries have all been loaded, the trailers have all been loaded. There's quite a bit of freight, all these big wagons all tied down. I'm on. Here's my little cabin. I upgraded this morning when I saw that the weather was looking a bit dodgy. I've had to put the camera on to super wide view to get it all in, but believe it or not, this is a 4-berth cabin. If I stand in the middle, I can touch that side with that hand, and I can touch that side with that hand. So I've got one little bed, 2 little beds, and then if I wanted, if I had 3 friends, I could bring down 2 more top bunks like that. I think Amelia might quite like this, but I don't think I'll be sleeping up there, even though it sounds fun. Couple of ladders, tea and coffee making stuff, and he even got me en suite. Who knows, I might even have a shower this morning. Shock horror. This is the only outside bit I'm allowed on, so if I want to come up here later I'll just have to join the smokers. Well, that was quite a lumpy night. I turned in just before 10. Things felt reasonably calm, but pretty soon it was lumping up a lot. I could feel myself moving around in the bed. There was quite a bit of rattling going on, things like coat hangers and mugs rattling next to each other, the ladders for the bunks bumping into to one another. Every now and again I did feel the boat lurch up or down, and myself move in the bed, particularly backwards and forwards. But I didn't feel unwell at all, so whether that's just me, good fortune, whether it's because I was lying down, whether it was because I was in bed, or whether it was because of the Stygian 15 anti-seasickness tablets that I took, I don't know. I felt I didn't sleep an absolute wink at all, but it's probably one of those nights where, you know, I was lying down all night, so probably rested enough to have a reasonable day today. Probably the worst bit was, I don't know, about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, when there were a couple of lurches where things fell off. So my laptop fell off the stool it was sitting on, a couple of mugs fell off the little table, and things moved around. But all in all, that was not a bad night. Very, very pleased that I upgraded from the pod to being in a little cabin on my own. I don't know what the sleeping pods would be like, but definitely there are sort of 15 of them all in the same lounge, so certainly the potential that somebody else in the lounge might have been feeling unwell, which might have been a bit disturbing and unpleasant. No, good decision I think there. Had a good crossing. Can't see anything at all. Even when I went out just before I went to bed, they'd closed the smoking lounge, so I couldn't see anything. Tried to peer through the really, really dark windows, but just see some twinkles of lights, but couldn't see anything about the sea state at all. So the first thing I'll know is when I disembark in Lerwick. I think today is forecast to be fairly sort of wet and breezy day, but tomorrow looks very promising. So I'll head off up to towards Yell, I think, today. Maybe have a look at some waves on some cliffs. Here we are, Lerwick. And it's still dark. It's still going to be dark for another hour or so. So I'll take myself into town, have a stop and a think. Decide what to do. Shetland, UNESCO Global Geopark. That sounds fun. This is the ferry to Yell. Looks like he wants me in the middle lane. Or the left lane even. This is Yell, and the guy told me I can go all the way to Unst on that ticket.
A968.
As long as I go today, so I think I might do that. Tomorrow looks good for Unst. that blue sky. This is the ferry that will take me on to Unst. Unst is the most northerly of the inhabited islands, and I'll stay here for 4 days. 1 day while camping, and then I've got 4 days in my accommodation here. So let's hope there's lots to see and some good weather.